Hello, my name is Carmine Cruz. I'm 14 years old and I have been wrestling for about 7 years now. I'm from Tucson, Arizona and wrestle with Sunnyside Wrestling Club. As a young child, my mom and dad said that I was very hyper and that they couldn't really get me to calm down, so they decided to put me in a sport, they weren't sure what sport, but a sport that would be able to, that I could use all this energy to put into. And my mom also wanted me to learn something that had to do with self-defense. So we went to a couple of karate classes, and we also tried out some, I think, jiu-jitsu classes. And then one day she said that she was coming home from work, and she saw the sign for a wrestling place. So we went into the club, and we asked how much it was to join, and they let us do a free practice. So I tried it out, and I really liked it, so that was the sport that I chose to do. So from then on, that was what I decided to do. That's the outlet for my energy that I had, and so I've trained for multiple years, and we've gone to a couple little city tournaments, and then slowly started gradually building up, and then we figured out that there's a national tournament, so we went to the national tournament. The first year, Roman, my middle brother, won it, and I got second. After that, we both he already wanted it, but I, from coming so close, really needed to win one. The days before, like 2 days out, leading up to it, I wasn't really that nervous. I was excited. I was also a little bit nervous, scared. It was just kind of like a roller coaster of emotions that was going on. But all through four of us were feeling, we felt something was different. It just felt different than a regular tournament. It was weird. We noticed something different. It felt different. And we were like, it must be God. We don't know what else, like, cause we haven't felt this before, and we were just like, okay, this is weird. I don't know how to explain it. It was just something that we all felt, that it was different than all the rest of the tournaments that we've been to. Like getting there, and it was really cold there, so getting there and feeling the cold air woke us up, and we started to feel better. But then my mom read an email that she had gotten from USA Wrestling saying that they were going to start weigh-ins early because of the tornado warning. I had a bye the first round, so there's a bracket full of kids, and I was sort of in the middle-ish, and I got a bye that first round, so I didn't have to wrestle anybody for the first round. We try not to get caught up on rankings and who we're against and what their name is and what their record is, because that has throughout the years shown to be something that's not healthy, I guess. But just going into the match for me it's my first match of the tournament. I'm not sure how it's going to happen, and it was really nerve-wracking for me. And then seeing the guy who was absolutely huge and had muscles for days, that made me a lot more nervous, but I just tried to take deep breaths and focus on what I was doing. I tried, I missed a couple times, and I finally got in on like a loop around, I guess. And when I finally got him, I felt how strong he was, and that kind of scared me a little bit. But when I got it, there was like 2 seconds left in the period, so I was just happy to get those 2 points. In the third period, I think I was on the bottom, he was on top, and I almost was pinned, which is you hold him on his back, and both of his shoulders have to be touching the ground, and it's like a knockout for boxing. It doesn't matter if they're up by 50 points. If you pin them, then you automatically win. Throughout the whole match, I was kind of nervous until towards the end when I had him and I knew that I was up, and there was like 20 seconds left on the clock, so I just kind of like waited there until the ref blew the whistle and I won. It was a very short match. It was about 45 a minute, yeah, sort of. Okay, so I had done the move, and then when he was on his back, I saw an opportunity. I just went and tried to hurry up and get it, and I got him there, and I felt, after the match, it felt like And that was a lot easier than my first one. I was like, okay, that's good. We ate a good breakfast, and we tried to get over to the place, start warming up, start getting back into the mindset. So it was kind of like a expand and then contract again sort of thing that happened. Is kind of like relax and then tense up again, get ready. Trying to get the nervousness out of me. I was like talking to myself, like, be quiet, come on, let's do this, shut up. And like, come on, let's go. I was just trying to talking to myself and praying, trying to calm myself down and get ready for it. During the matches and stuff, the only thing I'm really paying attention to is just trying to hear my dad's voice. Or if I know somebody else coaching me, then I try to listen to their voice. That's the only thing. It's just me, my thoughts, and trying to hear that one voice right there. Well, that's probably more, it was probably on the more stalemate heavy side. Usually it's more action. It kind of wore us both down. It's kind of going in, and for nothing, and going in for nothing, going in. Because I had him on his back, and I thought it was a pin, but I didn't hear the ref call it as a pin. I heard him blow the whistle but I had thought the period had ended, so I thought we were getting ready for the next period, but it ended up being the end of the match. Because whenever somebody gets pinned, they slap the mat to signify, I guess, that it was a pin. So I thought that I didn't hear him slap the mat, so I didn't know it was a pin. So I looked over and I was gonna see what they were doing, and then they were hugging each other and celebrating. I was like, "Oh, I won!" So it was a good surprise. When you start wrestling, you may love it at first sight, or you may not. It is definitely a very challenging sport, both mentally and physically. There's actually this shirt that I really agree with, that I've seen throughout all the tournaments, and it quotes, "Once you've wrestled, everything in life is easy," and that is such a true statement. And wrestling is one of the hardest things you'll ever do. But when you get your hand raised, or once you win that big championship you've been working so hard for, it makes it like one of the best feelings in the world. So if you are wanting to get into the sport, it is going to be a big commitment with hard work and showing up to practice every day and putting your all into it. But if you truly love it, then the hard work turns into fun, and all that hard work, when it pays off, is going to be so sweet in the end.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.